so much for coming tonight. Our speaker tonight is Arn Kind, so please help me in giving him a round of applause.
All right. I want to thank the Society for the invitation tonight. It's always fun to talk about one of your favorite pastimes, and this started out as a hobby for me, and it's turned into an occupation now as well. And nothing is better, nothing can be more pleasing than working. When you go to work, it's something you would do for fun anyway. I've been a school teacher for 36 years. I've been in the classroom for 36 years. 4 years I was at the Minnesota Sheriff's Boys Ranch in Girls Villa with troubled kids, teenagers, and then I went to 4th grade for 2 years, and all the rest of those time I've been at 6th grade at Franklin Elementary School over here. And I retired as of D-Day of last summer, June 6th, 2014. So 2013, last year. So people say, are you retired? I said, no, I'm not retired. I'm really tired. I have been very busy doing this, which is a pleasant surprise. My house isn't paid for yet, so I still need to earn money. Here's where my teacher's check was, and this is where my teacher's retirement check is, and so I have to make up the difference. And so this is still an occupation for me, so I'm very grateful and to be able to do this and have such a good time doing it. Tonight is not about the Civil War. If you came in here to learn all about the Civil War, you're in the wrong place tonight, because they basically told me to talk about reenacting tonight. I've done a lot of work with the Blue Earth County Historical Society. I do the Young Historians. We do the cemetery tour. I do schools. I do programs at libraries. I do not just the Civil War, but I also present on the American Revolution. I present on as a French voyager on Minnesota's first business, which was the fur trade. And I also present on World War II. And I've also told other schools, tell me what you want me to present on and give me 30 days and I'll put a presentation together for you. So I love it because it's my favorite subject, history. When I do the research, it's something I'd love to read anyway, so it doesn't feel like work. So anyway, I've been doing reenacting. I guess I'd like to start out by telling you how I got started in this avocation or indoor hobby. And it was when I got switched from 4th grade to 6th grade. First I was 4th grade, then I got a 4th-5th combination room, which meant I had to teach American history. Well, I knew a lot about American history. I felt pretty comfortable with American history. Then all of a sudden, I got bumped to 6th grade. And I didn't know I said, what's the social studies unit? They said Minnesota history. I didn't know squat about Minnesota history. And so panic set in. And so I spent the entire summer between the end of that spring and the next year when I was supposed to teach Minnesota studies, I started touring all the historic sites in Minnesota and grabbing as much as I could and taking tours and learning as much as I could like a sponge, soaking it up all summer long. And I went to the Sibley House. Anyone been to the Sibley House in Mendota? Okay, I went to the Sibley House, and I think it's usually about a 20-minute to maybe a 30-minute tour. Well, the tour guide that I got, his name was Maurice Olson. For short, they call him Mo Olson. And what started out as a 20-minute tour turned into about 2 hours. Because he found out what my interests were. I found out that he was a member of the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry Regiment, a reenactment group which is based out of Fort Snelling. Well, I had heard about the 1st Minnesota earlier. I didn't really pursue it because I'm a pretty busy guy, but I thought, God, that'd be for me. And the way I heard about it was, when I was teaching American history, this movie came out, a miniseries called The Blue and the Gray. Gregory Peck played Lincoln. Stacy Keach, the only guy that ever looked good in a Hardy hat, is in it, and there's a bunch of people, and it was a great way to teach the Civil War. They had study guides sending it out to teachers, and so of course I had the old VCR, and that's back when the VCRs weighed 2 tons, and they were Betamax. I had that thing all ready to go to start recording this, and half an hour before The Blue and the Gray came on for the first night, they did a special. WCCO did a special on Minnesotans that were in the movie The Blue and the Gray, and here's all the guys from the 1st Minnesota. And they interviewed them, Steve Osmond and Bill DeLynn, and what was it like to be a part of the film and meet the actors and all this, and they're showing footage from the film, and I went, wow, that is for me. I have always been interested in history. I couldn't help but be interested in history because my father was a history teacher, and I think you've all heard this before, especially if you've been in one of my presentations. When most people went on vacations to resorts or to Disneyland or wherever people go on vacations, my family, because of my father, we always went to historic sites.